All right, let me know if you've ever experienced this. You're sitting at the desk at the gym, and the coach comes over to you and asks, well, how do I do this? And all you can think to yourself is, why do they not remember how to do this? I've already told them. Or, even better, you've already handed a task off to somebody else, and yet every single time you see them do it, all you can think to yourself is, why are they not doing it the way they're supposed to do it? And you literally sit there and just build up animosity, and you think, why don't they have the common sense to just understand? Well, first of all, common sense isn't so common. But what happens every single time one of your team members does something like this? At the end of the day, what's really happening is they're stealing your attention. When they steal your attention, it also is known as a distraction. What happens when we experience distractions throughout the entire day? Poor time management. So it's really no wonder that we can't get anything done. So today what I want to do is I want to walk you through the 4 steps that I use to delegate every single task to any single one of my team members. The first thing you need to do is write it down. This is what's known as building a system or creating a standard operating procedure, or SOP. You need to get it out of your head and onto paper or a video, even better, so that you can hand it off to somebody else. What's even more important is that in this SOP, you show what the golden standard is that you want to accomplish. Next, you need to actually teach it to somebody. So you need to actually schedule a meeting to sit down with your team member that you plan on handing it off to and go over the entire SOP. You also need to specifically go over the golden standard of what you want to accomplish. Show them what it looks like in as much detail as possible. The third step, and here's where most of us fail. After the second step, we're like, good, great, handed it off, no problem, I don't need to do this anymore. Wrong. What we need to do now is we need to observe them. We need to make sure that they're upholding the golden standard. We need to make sure that they're performing the SOP as the way that we intend it to. Now, the amount of time we spend here in the observation phase, that's going to depend on your team member. Some people are going to pick it up right away, some people aren't. Either way, you need to make sure that you are constantly talking to them and correcting them to make sure that they're literally doing it the exact way that you want it. From there, we have the last step, which is the update step, and that's where you're literally going to take this SOP that you wrote and then hand off the SOP also to your team member and tell them, listen, you are now responsible for this. It is now your job to update this. Great place to start. If there were any questions during the observation phase, have your team member update the SOP with those questions so that now they have a document that they can refer back to that's complete for all of their needs. They're also responsible for updating the SOP if, let's say, the SOP uses a program and the program updates and changes. It should be their responsibility, since they're the one using that program, to now update the SOP per the changes in that program. That's it. Now I say that's it, but most of us take step 1, step 2, and then stop. Most of us fail to complete step 3 and step 4, and that's what really makes the difference. That way we don't sit there and build up animosity for our team members when we're like, why are they not doing it the way I want them to? How come they don't see it the way I see it? Because everyone sees the world differently. And so you need to be the leader. You need to step up and say, listen, here's exactly how I want to do it, and I'm gonna hold your hand for a little while to make sure that we don't have any questions. A lot of us think, well, I can just hand it off. I don't have time to handhold. Here's the problem. Most of us need at least a little handholding in the beginning. Being able to delegate tasks is an important skill for a leader. And if it's something that you feel like you've struggled with, I just launched a brand new 8-week Fundamentals of Leadership course where we talk about how to delegate tasks and also how to improve your own time management skills. So if you're tired of having a team that you feel like is just not cooperating, if you're tired of feeling like you have to do everything yourself, let's hop on a discovery call and see if this is a good program for you. Or if you're like, listen, I'm all in. I just want to, improve my leadership skills and rebuild my team so that I know that it's the team that I need to move my business forward. Great. I'll link the direct link to the product below so that you guys can just register for the course. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, click that little notification bell, like this video, and also subscribe to our mailing list because we've got a lot of cool things coming down the pipe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.